Okay, the next pure object oriented language is Eiffel. The Eiffel programming language was created by Bertrand Meyer and developed by his company Interactive Software Engineering of Goleta CA in 1985. Eiffel's approach to software development leans toward software engineering rather than just implementation from design. The aim of Eiffel is to help specify, design, implement, and change quality software techniques such as assertions, disciplined exceptions handling, and static typing, enabling developers to produce software with dynamically fewer bugs. Are part of Eiffel's approach to the engineering of quality software. Uh, Eiffel has evolved continually since its conception on September 14, 1985, and its first introduction in 1986. 1985, with Ryan Meyer and Jane Magnuson taking the development of Eiffel. The Eiffel 1 introduced environment was first demonstrated in 1986. 1987, Eiffel achieved the commercial success. 1989, Eiffel version 2.3 released. 1991, non-profit international consortium for Eiffel is founded. NICE controls the standardization of the Eiffel language. 1995, NICE presents Eiffel library kernel standards, which seeds standards for basic Eiffel classes. 1997, NICE and the Eiffel consortium organized Eiffel Struggle 97. Prizes awarded for Eiffel applications and Eiffel libraries. Let's take a look at the features of the Eiffel. First one is portable. No low-level platform-dependent mechanism provided with the Eiffel. Simple recompilation is required for platform movement. Eiffel Software's Eiffel Studio environment is available for the major industry platforms Windows 95, 98, ME, NT, 2000 and XP, Linux, Unix, VMS. These implementations are all source code compatible, making Eiffel one of the most portable software development environment available today. Next one is the repeated inheritance. It simply means a class inherits from another through two or more parents. The next feature is multiple inheritance. It simply means a class can inherit from multiple parents. A class can inherit from as many parents as necessary. In the Eiffel library kernel standards, class numeric describes object equipped with arithmetic operations such as plus, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and class comparable describes object equipped with comparison operation, less than, greater than, equal, likewise. Then class such as integer, real inherit from both numeric and comparable classes. That's an example for multiple inherit. Next one is melting ice technology. Melting ice technology means it combines compilation with bytecode interpretation for faster turnaround time after a change has occurred. Next feature is contract programming. That's three things can be done, and one first one, pre and post conditions enforced in require ensure classes. Class invariants may be specified. Second one, and third one is failure to meet conditions handled with rescue clauses. Next one is generosity. Generosity means generic container classes are possible in Eiffel. Let's look at more features of Eiffel. The next one is exception handling. Exception handling means rescue clause enables possible retry command for recovery from exception and possible re-execution of offending routines. Actually, Eiffel use statically typed. It means catch errors at compile time, not runtime. Most other object-oriented languages use some degree of dynamic typing in which such errors can escape from the compiler. Next feature is dynamically bound. Eiffel is dynamically bound to guarantee that the right version of an operation will always be applied depending on the target object. Eiffel has a feature called selectable export status. Means any feature may be explicitly exported to any other class or group of classes in the universe. Eiffel is case insensitive. Means Eiffel language does not care what case you use. Means if you declare a variable called a, if you use it using simple A or capital A, take it as the same thing. Eiffel contains standard kernel library consists of arrays, strings, hash tables, linked lists, trees, queues, stacks. Arrays is dynamically resizable arrays in the Eiffel. Okay, let's look at the areas of applications. Eiffel is not intended for any specific area, but it's used for many areas. It has been used in many application areas such as teaching, rapid prototyping, financial application, telecommunication systems. Let's look at pure object or pure object oriented characteristics of Eiffel. In Eiffel, system or program is a collection of classes. Above the level of classes, Eiffel defines cluster, which are essentially a group of classes and possibly of subclusters. Clusters are not a syntactic language construct, but rather a standard organizational convention. Typically, an Eiffel application will be organized with each class in a separate file and each cluster in a directory containing class files. Eiffel's standard data types such as integer, strings and arrays are all themselves classes. Every system must have a class designated as root, which one of its creation procedures designated as root procedures. Executing a system consists of creating an instance of the root class and executing its root procedure. Generally, doing so creates new objects, calls new features, and so on. Let's look at the classes in Eiffel. Eiffel allows us to write only classes. Class as a basic unit of decomposition. Example is given a structure of the class. First you have to write the name, and the variables have to be declared in the middle part, and the latter part we can put some methods to access these variables and doing things on. An object is an instance of a class dynamically created during the execution of a software system. Same thing is described here, and this is an example of a class in Eiffel. This is the example of instance of the class.